Hey, 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 it's Monica Shilay. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I am starting my day out with, how do you talk to people? How do you spread positivity? Because here's the thing, as human beings, we need to receive positive words. It makes a physical and physiological reaction in our bodies. Believe it or not, it does. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Just came up the stairs, a little winded, because I didn't want to be late. All right. In case you don't know me, my name is Monica Shilay, and I have a business called Beauty on Purpose. And my mission is to help women embrace their beauty inside and out to live a more confident and fulfilled life. If I can help you in any way, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to bridge the gap and see what I can do to help you out. Whether it's mental beauty, internal beauty, external beauty, let's talk about all things beauty. And the first thing we're going to talk about is how we feel about ourselves, right? And in order to receive, you have to give. That's my perspective anyway. So, saying positive words don't always happen. The negative comes really easy. But speaking out positive words to other people can be uncomfortable sometimes, but it doesn't once it becomes a habit. So let's make that a new goal to have as a habit, because I want to be known as the person who compliments people, affirms people, and makes people feel good. I want to be known for that. So that's my current little habit that I'm working on for myself. So I thought I'd share it with you today. Obviously, I don't want it to be forced. I don't want it to be fake. So I'm not saying, I have to say these 3 things all the time to everybody, always, and it becomes disingenuous, if you will. So what I'm saying is to myself, I'm making my habit to be respectful as often and as much as possible, if not always. Because sometimes the disrespect slips in there when you don't want it. So to really be mindful about being respectful. Number 2 is to be genuinely affectionate, to really, really let people know that I care about them, to give them affection. And number 3 is to show total appreciation for the small and the large things that are done for me. Whether it's somebody holding open a door, my husband getting me my tea, my daughter doing her chores, I want to be really, really appreciative of everything that somebody does, okay? So what's the first thing that I feel like I want to highlight and I want to make sure, and that I feel like everybody needs to hear? And that is, I love you. To actually remember to say to the people, so often people run out the door, or the people we really care about that are in our lives on a daily basis, do we often tell them that we love them? And it may seem silly, but just hearing those words is like giving them a great big sloppy kiss to their heart, mind, and soul. To know that you are genuinely loved by others is probably the biggest and greatest gift we can give to one another. Okay? So that's my number 1. Number 2, and this one, I didn't think about this, but it came to me. I was reading some information, and I'm like, you know what? That's right. I love to hear that I'm precious. Don't you love to hear that? Not, it's more, the word precious is a big deal to me. Precious is something that you genuinely, I don't want to say covet, but live for. Like, it's so genuinely precious and important. And so that word means a lot. So I want to use that word a little bit more frequently. Hearing that you're precious is something that makes you feel valued, which increases self-worth. So there's a lot of people, especially in these times, that are walking around like zombies, just doing things that they have to do and not feeling precious to anyone, that they're valued. And so how can somebody have a good self-worth if they're not precious? Make sense? Number 3, and this is a big one, especially for me, is that what you do on a day-to-day basis, the small and the large, is important to the world. There's something called the ripple effect. When you do something kind for someone else and they smile, that genuinely changes who they are at least in the moment. And those moments add up and they can change somebody. And then that person can go out and change another person, and that person changes. This is the ripple effect of, the random acts of kindness. And so really telling somebody that what they do is important to the world. If you're a mom, you're raising children that are going to be future leaders and industry tycoons and politicians and parents, and they're going to be the person who works at McDonald's that fills a caramel frappe for somebody that makes them genuinely happy. Everything you do as a parent matters. If you are a spouse, it matters. If you are out in the workplace doing your job, it affects other people. Otherwise, the job wouldn't exist. There is a ripple effect in everything we do. And it's good or it's bad, but it's a ripple effect. So really affirming to somebody that they matter in the scheme of the world, I think is valuable, right? I think so. I would love to hear what you think about these 3 things. So let me remind you. So the first thing is to make it a habit to speak positive words to other people. The top 3 things that I think are important for people to hear is, I love you, you're precious, and what you do matters to the world. So those 3 things, I think if we can really make a point to spread that positivity to other people, we will be a movement that changes the world. So I would love to hear what you think the top 3 things are. Please comment below. I would love to hear what your top 3, if you agree with me, disagree with me, I'd love to hear that. If you found value in this, I would love for you to share it. It's the best thing that you can do to help me out is to share this video onto your timeline, and then others can be affected by it, hopefully. And just comment. Let me know what you think. That's always great. I love the feedback. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining me. Be kind.